There is a time and season for everything in the world. Things happen on time. When it is not time, it does not happen. But when it is time, it always happens. Sometimes people beat themselves up for no reason, thinking things are not working well with them. But you can never compare the growth level of a butterfly with a tortoise. That is why you cannot compare yourself with another person. Marriage is a blessing from God, and when it is time, it always happens. In the beginning, when God created heaven and earth and made everything else in it after the creation, God instituted marriage. That is the marriage of Adam and Eve. That was the first marriage, and God saw that it was good. So before we go any further, just register in your heart that marriage is a good thing. He who has a wife has a good thing and obtain favor from the Lord. Do not beat yourself over marriage, because when it is time, your spouse will locate you. Love is a beautiful thing, and many people tend to search for it. The only problem is, we are sometimes desperate, while doing that situation is mostly found among women. There is this rising neediness to find a life partner, and most times it is ruined by desperation. Love happens naturally, and it is better to find it in a natural environment. When a person is desperate to find a mate, he or she may not realize that conversations with others may be too transparent too soon. That is, why should you never come up as desperate when it comes to a life partner? Because when you are desperate, people tend to notice it, and you somehow attract the wrong people in desperation. Try as much as possible to calm down, and for God's time, because God's time is the best. Stop searching today, and lean on God for your spouse. He or she will come your way in due time. When Rebecca came to the well that day, she never knew she will find a husband. She was on about her normal business, but fortunately for her, she got a husband that very day. That is why you must go on with your normal life and business. Marriage is not the ultimate goal in this life, so don't kill yourself because marriage goes on with your life and the purpose of your existence. Marriage, or rather a spouse, will find you there. It was because it was this time that Rebecca met with Isaac's servant. Let me just announce to you today that nothing happens if it's not the time. So do not worry yourself about anything, because everything will be alright. Instead of worrying, you can do what the Bible says in Philippians chapter 4 verse 6. Be careful with nothing, but in everything by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving, let your request be made known unto God. This is what the Bible encourages us to do at all times. Stop searching when it is time your spouse will locate you. It is so sad how a lot of people do different kinds of things all in the name of looking for a life partner. In the bid to find a life partner, don't lose your value and dignity, because when God will bring you the right person, He wouldn't want to find you broken and displaced. Don't let the devil trick you into thinking what God is doing is not fast, and you need to fast track it, so you end up toiling and ending in desperation in the name of looking for a spouse. Check through the Bible. You will find that most people waited for God's timing in their lives concerning marriage. Why are you stressed and worried all because it does not seem to be coming fast? You have searched for so long with your strength. Why not allow God to do the work for you? The Bible said, "Cast all your burdens before the Lord because He cares for you." So why worry? God is more than capable bringing your spouse to you. So why are you worried about it? The truth is that you cannot bend the hands of God to do anything when it is not yet time. He will not do it no matter what. Tears or emotions will not move Him. The only bond God has with us is His words. And although He understands our cares and worries, He's only bound by His word. So stop whining and attach your problem and see Him settle you like never before. The thing we must learn is constantly looking for love will reduce your ability to be thoroughly objective about the people you will meet. Instead of connecting with someone you are always at the edge looking for a life partner, you will not be able to be thorough enough in your search, because the only thing that will be in your heart is whether or not this person is the right one for you. And with that kind of thinking, you will not go far. Instead of settling for God's perfect will for your life, you end up with God's permissible will for your life. Stop searching, because when the right time comes, God will bring your spouse to you. Letting love happen naturally will most certainly expedite your finding the right person. When you stop looking, the right person seems to walk in the door unexpectedly. This is especially true for women who seem to be anxious the moment they start getting older, and they lose the ability to judge what's right and what's not. When the Bible told us not to be anxious about anything, God was awe that a reason will come for one to be tempted to be anxious, but that is the trick of the devil, and as a believer, you should not allow that to happen. By strength shall no man prevail. You cannot use your natural eyes to see what God has done in the Spirit. That is why you need your eyes of understanding to be enlightened, that you will see. When you see, you will know that this applies to finding the right fit for you. Do not go around searching for what God had already planned. All you need to do is to pray that you step into God's plan for your life. Searching will make you desperate and will bring doubt and fear into your heart. It will make you think God is not working, but that's not true. God is always working. God has not given us the spirit of fear, and so you know whatever causes you to fear is not of the Lord. Resist it. As stated earlier, there is time for everything in the world. The Bible, we understand that he who believes does not make haste. So do not be hasty about anything. God's time is the best time, and of course, the delay is never denial. You may think it is from the natural perspective, but it is not. You must note that often, when you are not looking for someone to love, that is when people tend to appear. The simple fact of focusing on other pursuits gives off an air of confidence to others. Focusing on your life growth not only makes you a better person, but also makes you a better potential life partner. That is something that exudes from one's personality and gives off that attractive confidence. Instead of focusing on searching for the right partner, why not focus on being the right partner? Why not add value to yourself and stop waiting till you are found? It is better to find ready with a blessing than when a blessing comes, you are not ready for it. Now that you are waiting for God's time, don't just wait without a purpose. Brace yourself and equip yourself with the necessary tool for the life you have ahead of you. As a child of God, you need to be persistent in prayers. The Bible says, commit your ways into the hands of the Lord. Why? Because God can give you the desires of your heart. Stop searching today and focus on what's important at the moment. When the time comes, things will slowly but certainly fall in line. So, you do not have to worry about it. Besides, when God decided to give Adam a partner, it was never because he asked for it. It was because God saw that it was good. That's why he gave him. Why? What makes you think he's not aware of everything that happens to you? He will bring you that man or that woman your way if you can only learn to trust him better. The Bible says, trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he will make your path straight. This is the thing about committing everything to the hands of God, because he knows what is best for you. Decide that you will not do this journey alone and see God in action today. Most of the touring we do today is a result of our stubbornness and unwillingness to obey God, submit to his will, and see him in action. Most of us want to do it all alone, which is not the wisest thing to do. A wise man will also hide the words of his Father, and Jesus is our Father. So today, I encourage you to stop searching. When it is the right time, your spouse will locate you.